same year. Later, he bought a midget car in '74 from Gary Bettenhauser and competed in USAC midgets from '75 through '83. This year, he too is celebrating his 50th anniversary. Mauro, thank you for sharing it with him. Of covering his first Indy 500 for the Star. He spent 33 years at the Star before being fired. He is considered the most prominent media voice for the sport of IndyCar racing, whether it's print, radio, internet, or television. He worked for a variety of local and national shows during his half-century as a media personality, including RPM, Tonight, and Wind Tunnel. And now, as you know, he's working currently as a pit reporter with NBC and NBC Sports Network, as well as writing for Racer Magazine and Racer.com. So, this award, which will be given annually, will be called the Robin Miller Award. And this one says, presented to Robin Miller, the revered reporter, writer, raconteur, television and radio raconteur, we all know what that is. Yeah. And radio host, has woven 50 years of Indy 500s together with unparalleled oratory flair. He continues to intertwine the rich heritage of the sport and its heroes of yesteryear with the current stars who will carry IndyCar racing into the future. There's always and always will be only one Robin Miller.
Thanks. You be honest now.
Or you guys can do a duet.
Now this is my bucket list. I mean, my favorite raconteur, right? Well, like you said, one thing for sure, there's only one Robin Miller, and thank goodness for that. But I don't think anyone else has really done more, in trying to present Indianapolis to the world than Robin has done. And but hook or crook, man, I mean, he was always there. And again, there's no bigger pleasure than to share this 50th anniversary here with Robin. So, there's no more deserving than him. And you can see now he's immortalized in an award. So here we go, Robin.
Thank God there's just one Robin Miller. We've had our ups and downs. We still have our ups and downs. They're still chasing me. Who's been here the longest? So long as y'all running second, I'm running first. Thank God.
All right.
Hey, Robin.
Tell them how many times.
Let these guys talk. Just hold on.
But AJ always calls me asshole, and he didn't that time.
Bobby, Johnny, you guys want to make a comment?
Robin, how long have we known each other?
Since I borrowed money from you in 1968.
Yes. Yeah. I remember when you tried to drive a midget race car. And did you get upside down?
Oh, times.
Several times. Anyway, you've been a dear friend for a number of years. And we always love you no matter how bad you talk. And anyway, you're one of us.
Thanks, Jerry.
Bobby?
Robin Miller is probably one of the best friends I've had for many years. And don't think I've gotten away clean from him all the time. He used to nail me every once in a while. Excuse me. Of course, a lot more when I was driving. But now I talk to him about once every week or 2 weeks. And he's peaceful and he's nice, and I thought he was getting better in his old age, but he really wasn't, It's all the same. Anyway, we think this is very deserving for you, pal. You are our man.
Thanks, Ed. All right. Thanks, everybody. We had a monumental occasion yesterday. Unser, Rutherford, Bentley Warren, a bunch of us went to lunch, and Bobby Unser bought lunch. And I got a picture of it, and it went viral all over the country. People were like, probably wasn't his credit card, was it? I said, yeah. It said Bobby Unser on it. He's never bought anybody's lunch, and the guy sitting next to him hadn't either. These two are two of the cheapest human beings. badass race drivers that were our heroes growing up, and they didn't have any money, so I understand why they got it buried behind their house. I get all that. And they've all been great friends, and Mario is the one guy who can pick up the phone and call. He's the guy we call every time something happens, and he gives us a great quote. And then every time something happens, we can pick up the phone and call AJ. Sometimes the greatest answering machine in the history of racing, or in the history of people. Leave your name, I might call you back. If you're a big enough star, I might call you back. If you're not, don't sit by the phone, because I ain't calling you. But, and this is what's cool to me, these guys were my heroes growing up. Then I covered them. Then AJ beat me up in 1981. Then we became friends again. And now we're all buddies. And I did a column a couple years ago that on July 4th, I called these guys on July 4th, and Dan Gurney was the other guy I called, and said, how cool is my life that I can call these guys up and just talk about the old days and do a column. Because when these guys are gone, there's nobody to take their place. Because they were the baddest of the bad. They're the guys that we all idolized growing up. And this guy, he drives me crazy. He's like, I'm tired of people asking me for my autograph. I said, well, goddamn, you just be happy somebody knows who you are. And it's, when they go places, everybody stops because they meant so much to us, because they survived the toughest era in racing. And I'm so thankful I grew up when I did, and got to stooge for my buddy Jim Hurtubise, and just race midgets and be on Indy 500 pit crews. And you know, when you spend your whole life doing this, obviously you're not very intelligent, because look at the company surrounding you. They've been upside down, they've hit their head a few times. But the great thing about this sport is it's these guys, and it's the people that gravitate towards them, and we can never get enough of them, because you know, there's all I gotta do if I have a bad day is I watch one of his tirades on ABC in the pits, either throwing a computer or taking a swing at somebody. That doesn't happen anymore. We got too many nice people out here. So we need, I was going to tell Jay, this needs to be the new commander-in-chief. Goddamn mama's boys. That's what I'm paraphrasing. But anyway, it's very nice of you guys to show up for this, and they usually give these away when you're dead, so not yet. As Voight, the greatest, I keep going back to it, but I got this wonderful voicemail from him when my cancer went into remission. He goes, hey, this is Voight, so I guess you're not going to die. Now you talk about putting a spring in your step. I guess you're not going to die. No, not yet. So you call him, how you feeling? I'm down on the right side of the grass. Mario looks like he's 45. These two JR looks good. And Uncle Bobby, I mean, he can still talk with the best of them, folks. He's older than what? He's older than Christ. There is a godlike quality in that. There really is. But Mark, thank you, sir, and thank you guys for all this. It's a fun day to be Robin Miller. Thanks again.